Welcome, everyone, to this week's funnel forging call. I'm your host. My name is Tamara McDonald, and I know so many of you are just coming back from an amazing Peng June event. I was watching it on Xing Yu's Instagram, and it looked amazing. It looked like everybody was having such a good time. So, very jealous that I wasn't there. I hope everyone had a great experience. I know how life-changing those events can be. So, I'd love to hear about your experience if you wish to share. Um, Today, we are going to be going over talking about how to capture leads. We're always talking about how we need to capture more leads. How can we create strategies and tactics inside of our processes to capture more leads? And we're going to go over a way that we can use that I like to use. A lot of times I like to use this on websites, much more so than funnels, but really it depends. You can use this tactic both on funnels or on websites. But the reason why we want to capture more leads is because sales is a numbers game, right? And the more people that we can talk to and have conversations with about our products and our services, the more sales we're going to make. And so if we have someone who comes to our website and they are perusing our website, do we have a system or a mechanism in place to capture their information and send them into a nurture sequence through email, through text messaging, through WhatsApp? Can we create some sort of system where we capture their information and send them deeper into our business so that they can find out more about us and that we can open up those conversation channels with them to create the opportunities for more sales? And that really is any sort of successful business has nailed this down, right? And so at any opportunity we have, we want to be capturing people's information to be able to open those conversations. And that's what our focus is today. Today, we're going to focus on how can we use a very well-known tactic, feature in your sales process software that is called a pop-up. And how can we use that to capture a person's information, their name and their email, right? Or their name and their phone number, depending on your communication channel. So that's what we're going to be talking about here today. We're going to be going over this feature in depth inside of your sales process account. So I want to invite you to open up your sales process account, get logged in, and you can follow along. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump right in. Let me just get set up here. And I'm going to share my screen. All right. Okay, everybody, we're going to take a look at a couple different areas here because there are some options that are available in the form builder itself for where the pop-up is going to be located. Now, when I say pop-up, does everybody know what I mean? Have you ever experienced when you're going to, say, scroll down a page in a website, or you're going to leave the page, your mouse crosses the screen to exit out of the screen, and all of a sudden this other little screen pops up? That's called a pop-up. And so often that is an opportunity for us to exchange information, right? You give your name and your email address, and you get something in exchange for that. And so we can use this. A lot of websites use this. You can also use this on sales funnels. You can use this just about anywhere you want. So first of all, we're going to take a look at some of the options that you have A pop-up always is going to have a form in it, right? Because that's where the person leaves their name and their email or their name and their phone number. So let's go take a look at what those options are inside of the form builder inside of sales process. Over on the left-hand side, we're going to click on Sites, and we're going to go up here to the form builder, okay? So we're going to click on Builder, and we're just going to add a new form. So we're going to click on Add Form over this blue button on the right-hand side. And you can start from scratch, or there are literally hundreds of form templates that you can choose from. But for this example, we're going to use Start from Scratch, and we're going to click on the button Create. And this is immediately going to take us into the form builder inside a sales process. And the form builder automatically gives you this sort of template, very generic form, and you can make it better by adding information to it, giving it some more personality, branding it, all of that stuff. So first of all, when we're talking about the forms, we all know that we've gone over this before in the past. Of course, the very first thing you want to do is give this a name, right? So I'm just going to give it my name. All right, and this is going to be a pop-up form that we're going to use. Now, when you're doing anything like this with a pop-up where you're just looking to get information in a really quick way, a lot of times I'll just get rid of the last name. I'll get rid of the phone number unless that's the communication channel that I'm wanting. So I'll get rid of this. You may, depending on who you are, you may have to have these messages. So these messages on the form can be required depending on what country you're in, and whether or not you are required to have these consent forms when people sign up, right? So you can decide, are these necessary for your country when you're gathering information? Is it required by your privacy standards to have these? Otherwise, you can just delete them, right? And then you can also decide if you want to have your privacy and policy and terms of service on your form or not. And in this case, because I'm creating this as a pop-up, I'm going to just make it super easy for the person to sign up. Okay, so all I'm asking for is I'm saying, okay, I need your first name. And of course, that's going to be required. So I'm turning on the required button here. And then also email is always required, right? So those are the two fields. I'm making this super rub resistant, easy to sign up in. Now, when we're talking about a pop-up, there are many other options when it comes to where does the pop-up appear on the page. And this is something that not a lot of people know about because it's kind of hidden inside of the form builder, and it's not part of the actual page builder. So it's not inside of the website builder. It's not inside of the funnel builder. You have to do it inside of the form builder here. So when we go over here to the right-hand side, there's this, it says integrate right here. And we're going to click on integrate. And you're going to see here, look at this. This is going to give you the option to where does the form appear if you're going to set this up as a pop-up, okay? So you have here, you can have it so that it's sticky sidebar, and it says here, appear on the side of the screen and can be minimized to a tab that sticks to the side of the window. So that's one option. You can have it on the left-hand side of your screen. Polite slide in is it appears on the bottom side of the screen and disappears once closed. Now you can have the pop-up here appears on the bottom side of the screen and disappears once closed. Or this is just an inline form. So this is your basic normal form that you use inside of the page builder, and you pop that in using an element, okay? Now, if I'm going to use a pop-up here, I have a lot of options on the side here. So I can decide that maybe I don't want the pop-up to show until a person scrolls like 25% down the page, right? So I can choose that and I can put in here 25%. Or I can set a timer for when the pop-up appears. I can show the pop-up after, let's say, 10 seconds of somebody being on the page, right? Or I can say that this is only activated on the very first visit. And then anytime they come back to the site and land on the page, it doesn't show them that form anymore. So I know like as an online shopper, there's a couple of e-commerce stores that do this really well. There's some though that are so annoying, right? Because every time you visit the site, they've got 14 pop-ups that show up and you're constantly like closing them down. And it happens every time you go there. So think about the shopping experience or the visitor's experience when you're setting up these sorts of features for your pop-up. And then you even have the opportunity here. Instead, you can say, I want you to deactivate my pop-up after they've seen it 5 times. After they keep coming back to my website 5 times, I don't want you to show it to them anymore, right? So you can make those decisions here. You have a lot of options and it gives you a lot of power to really tailor the visitor's experience based on what's important to you, right? Do you want to be that annoying e-commerce store that has 15 pop-ups and it's, and to be quite honest with you, sales process, you're only allowed to have 1 pop-up per page. That is changing. The development team is working on something where you can have more than 1 pop-up on a page, but currently there is you're only able to have 1 pop-up per page. So I just wanted to be sure that you were able to see the options here and understand the control that you could have in creating your pop-up, right? So just to let you know. So I'm going to put mine to always show. I'm going to have it always activated and I'll just put never deactivated here. And then I can put done. Now, of course, you're going to brand this to whatever your branding is. I'll make this more blue. There we go. And change this. And then we would save this. And then we're going to build this out inside of our website or our funnel. And I'm going to show you that now. Any questions about the pop-up builder itself or the different types, the features here that you can create for your forms? This, like I said, this is sort of a hidden kind of extra bonus actions that you can build for your forms, and not a lot of people know about it because it's sort of tucked away. I almost kind of wish this was available right inside the page builder because it gives you, if you don't know that this is here, like you wouldn't even know to look for it, right? So now what we're going to do is we are going to take this form and we're going to go and build our pop-up. Now remember I said you can put this on a website or you can put this on a funnel. It doesn't matter. You can use it in both places. And our goal here is always, we are always in the business of collecting leads, right? That's the purpose. We want to collect these leads so that we can nurture them and sell to them, open those conversation channels and keep having conversations. So let's go and add this to a website. All right. So I'm going to go and add it. I'll just go to my demo website here. And like I said, you can have a different pop-up on a single page, on any page, right? Your pop-up can be just on your homepage, or you can add it to every single page that you have in your website. So let's go set it up first on our homepage. So we'll go into our homepage here. I'll just take a second to, I find this week, today especially, has been super slow in the software. I'm not sure if the development team is doing something or what, but Okay, so we want to build our pop-up, and we build it the same way you build anything inside of the builder. So we go up here to these little symbols up here, and you're going to find your pop-up settings. You're going to click on that. And all it does is it opens up this kind of tiny builder window, right? So now what I have to do, there's no sections in pop-ups, there's only rows. So I'm going to add a row, and I can decide here, do I want a 2-column row? I mean, it gets really squishy if you get anything bigger than that, but you can create a 2-column row. You can also have a 1-column row at the top so that you can have like your headline, right? And you can add your headline in. And then what you can do is you can have your image here, and then you can add your form. And of course, we're going to choose our pop-up form that we just created. And then that sits here like this, right? Now, when you're in the pop-up settings, we click on the pop-up settings, and you'll notice over here on the side, there are some settings that you can play with a little bit. Okay, so here we're talking about what's the width of your pop-up. You can do like full page, which is big, or you can do small, or you can do medium. It's up to you. And then here you have the option to set whether or not a button opens a pop-up, or whether it is when they are exiting the screen, the pop-up will appear, or whether it's a delay. And then you put in here how many seconds you want the delay to be, right? So let's say we want to connect this pop-up to a button. Then my pop-up is going to be shown on none, right? Because I'm actually going to physically hook this to a button. So let's say I do that. So I'm going to save this, and let's go find a button on my page right here. Here's a button on my page, and I'm going to go and set my button action. Instead of go to page, it's going to be open pop-up. Okay, so you can connect it to a button, or if you want, you can go back to your pop-up settings, and instead of none, you can have it to appear on exit. And we're just going to have a look at what that looks like, okay? So we're going to save that. Yeah, the system is so slow today. I think there must be a lot of development going on the back end. All right, so we are going to go and have a look at what this looks like. So here I am scrolling on my website. Now remember, I hooked this up to my pop-up. And you see how I click the button and so it opens the pop-up. But I also created on exit, my pop-up comes up. So what it does is it follows your mouse. And as soon as your mouse leaves to go exit the screen, it appears. Now, another thing that you can do is you can, like I said, have this pop-up settings. Instead of on exit, you can put it on delay. So you can have it like, let's go 7-second delay. Okay. And we will publish that, and then we'll refresh this. And then we're going to go, and you'll see that the pop-up I wasn't exiting the screen or anything. It just appeared after 7 seconds. So you have the opportunity to play around with what works best, and I encourage you to test it out. Which one gets the best response? Is it when a person is about to exit the page? What you want to do here is make this something really enticing for them to exchange their information for, right? And maybe it's a free 15-minute consultation. Maybe it's your juiciest lead magnet, right? What is it that you can offer to them to collect that lead. Okay. Now, this was on a website, and a lot of websites use pop-ups. We know that, right? How can we use this in our funnels? So I'm going to show you some different ways that we can use it in the funnel, but they're not my favorite. The reason they're not my favorite is because of tracking codes for advertising and Google Analytics. Okay, so pop-ups make tracking harder because we can't actually put event pixels or tracking code on pop-ups. So we always encourage you to put your order forms on a separate page than your sales page, because then you can track actual purchase conversions. You can track if they've seen the order form page, right? But some people still use pop-ups in their funnels. So let's go take a look at how we can do that. If we are in a funnel and we're on a sales page, and all we have on the sales page is we don't actually have a separate order form. So what you'll see sometimes is some people will not have this order form. Let's just say it's gone. And we only have our sales page. Now we're going to go over here and just do a little bit of messing around. But what we can do here is instead we would get rid of this. And in our pop-up, so I went up here again. It's in the, whether you're in the builder for websites or the builder for funnels, it's the same space. Go to pop-up settings. And here you can add a 2-column row. And of course you can have your image on the left, and you can put your order form in here. So you can put your order form in your pop-up. And if that's the case, you may want to make your pop-up a bit bigger just because it gets a little squishy. There we go. And so then you can have your order form here. And then, of course, you want to determine whether you're going to attach these 2 buttons so that if they are scrolling your sales page, you would attach the buttons to the pop-up. Or do you want the pop-up to appear when they exit? You can set them up for both. So you saw me do that over in the website, right? So I can put this on exit. I want this to appear. So in case they don't click on the buttons, I can set it up to be both. So I can do that by going here. So I have that set up to appear on exit. And then I can also add a button. I'll just add a button here. Where's my button? Why do they always, you know what? I'll just go here and grab one. Here we go. And then I can hook my button. So I've got that outlined, and I'm going to go down over here to the settings. And in here, I have it hooked to open the pop-up. Okay. So now my pop-up's going to appear either way. Whether they click on a button, even if they don't click on a button, as soon as they land on the page, if we actually, I don't have this one hooked up to a domain, but we can still go try it out. So if I click the button, then my pop-up appears. If I don't click on the button, but I go to leave, it appears as well. So you can have both of those actions so that it gives you the opportunity that if they just are there to scroll and look around and they don't push any buttons, that you still have the opportunity to grab their information when they exit. Okay. Now you'll notice once I do it once, that's it. It's gone. So I would have to refresh the page and then it will come back. But if I've already closed this, then it's not annoying, right? So I can go and scroll, keep scrolling. Any questions about the pop-up? How to set them up? Where to use them? Any questions about that? Good. Shamim, did you go to the event?
Yes, I did.
And tell me, how was it?
Oh, it was awesome. I got this notebook,
Look at
all the all
that.
the stuff, all the stuff is here. And it's just like it really helped me
Yeah,
in regards to okay, what do I need to do now? And then putting it everything together.
that is
It,
amazing. That's amazing. I was watching people's Instagram stories and I was feeling some serious FOMO. I was wishing I was there. So I'm so glad to hear that it went well. That's amazing. So tell me, what are your next steps? Because that you can feel like you're sort of drinking from a fire hose when you go to these events, right?
right. Yeah, I think my next step is just getting my the funnel and the I think the low ticket offer
Yep.
set. So right now it's just I'm just inviting people to the webinar
Yep.
and then I sell it there, but I'm going to put a one-time offer into my um, webinar invitation
Okay. Cool.
because I currently have a 25% buy rate when people show up. So
That's
since I
really good.
since I have that, I just want to put it ahead into
Yeah.
the funnel itself, one-time offer.
And remind me what industry you're in again. What do you sell?
Okay. Well, currently I'm in HR,
Okay.
so I deal with certifications.
Yes.
So we're taking career professionals into entrepreneurs, so employees to entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And if you have a certification, industry related certification, it validates your experience and education. It doesn't matter which university you went to or which school you went to. All your experience in regards to your skills are validated.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Okay. Well, today's homework then, this is once you have your obviously your pop-up built, remember I always say a form always gets paired with a workflow. So then you would the back end of this would be to build out the automation for the pop-up. What happens when they fill that form out? What do you want to happen? What are the steps in your automation, right? So for today's homework for the Facebook contest. And so I know the prizes are changing. The team hasn't let me know what the new prizes are because obviously they had prizes for the event tickets. So I know that they're changing, but as you know, the prizes are always amazing. So we'll let you know what the new prizes are as soon as I know more. But for today's homework, what I'd like to see is I want to be able to see that you know where that feature is for having the pop-ups in the form builder. So I want you to be able to show me your form that you built, your pop-up example, and then also take a picture of this page as well. Because I want you to be able to know that these are options. And so because it's a kind of that hidden feature, I'm going to make it part of the homework today just to make sure everybody gets to experience this and have a look at it and know where they have to click to get that to come up. And so that's over here in the right-hand corner. You just click on integrate, that form comes up, take a screenshot of that, and then show me where you put your form. So if we go back into websites, take a screenshot of your pop-up on your website if that's the case. So for that, I would be going to here and I would scroll down here and click on the button and here's my form. So just take a screenshot of that and that's your homework for this pop-up lead generation system that can help you collect more leads for your business. Any questions about the homework or about setting this up? No?
No,
Any questions at all about anything in sales process?
I do have a question in regards to adding a one-time offer. I'm
Yes.
having issues in regards to the integration. So I
Okay.
did it a couple times, but it still doesn't I think take me where it's supposed to.
Do you have your screen pulled up, Shamim? Do you want to share your screen?
Yes. Yeah, I can
Yeah, let
share
me
my
just stop
screen.
sharing and I
Um,
will, let's take a look.
okay, so let's take a share.
Oh, let me
I
make
just
sure I
think
have it turned on. Yeah, allow. There we go.
share. Okay, sharing this. So let me go back here.
Yeah.
Yes, there. Okay, so this is the one-time offer. I want to move it up in between these two.
Yes.
So I know how to do that, but somehow it doesn't really integrate. Um, I guess if I put something, it doesn't take me to the um, I think the stripe. It takes me
Okay.
to a previous order form.
Okay. So let's have a look at what's happening.
Okay, so
Okay. So this is an order form instead of a one-time offer page. That's the first
okay,
thing.
okay.
Normally, on a one-time offer, you don't have an order form on it.
Oh, okay.
The structure of a one-time offer is usually
Mhm.
you have that kind of like loading bar at the top
Oh,
that
okay.
says your order is not quite complete. Watch this video.
Mhm.
And then there's a button that says add to your order or no thank you. Do you remember seeing that? I
I
can show
yes,
you one
yes,
if
I
you
remember that.
want.
So that's the one. That's the one thing that needs. That's the one of the things that needs to change. One time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's templates. You should have templates inside of your
Sales
uh
process.
inside of your sales process for one-time offer pages. But if you
Mhm.
don't, you and I can build one here together really quickly. So then what needs to happen here? Do you have your product attached to the one-time offer page? So go here to products, and then you're going to add your product here that is your one-time offer. Oh, you have it. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Um, and then, yeah, so we just have to structure the page a little differently.
Okay.
Okay,
So that's the
so
thing.
let's go into the edit. We can go into the editor, go to the overview if you want, and I can walk you through what we need to do.
Okay.
Let's go to edit. Now, what happens on the first page of your funnel? Can you tell me what happens?
Oh, it's the introduction to the webinar.
Okay, so you're
Getting
getting
people to.
people to register for a webinar?
Yes.
Okay, so then yes, you do need to set this up as an order form. So
Okay.
it's not a true one-time offer in the sense that it's an add to order kind of one-time offer. They actually have to purchase
Hmm.
this here. So this is a little bit different. So the way you have it set up then is good. So if you click here on the order form, and then you go over here to the styling, go down to the bottom. Sorry, scroll down to the bottom in this right corner here.
Oh,
Just scroll. Yeah.
oh.
Then you're gonna go. It's gonna go to next step. So when they complete the order form, that'll go to the next step. So that's good.
Okay.
That's what we want it to do. So
Hmm.
in this case, this isn't what I would call a true one-time offer. You're
Okay.
actually getting them to sign up for your free webinar,
Hmm.
and then you're getting them to make their first purchase,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So the way you have this set up is good. This is
Hmm.
good. But now you just have to change the order of your pages. So you have to come
Okay.
back out here and we'll move the page up so that after they register, they're taken. Yep,
Hmm.
there we go. So now when they register here for the webinar, then they're taken to your $97 offer. And when they purchase that, you should also include a button on this purchase page if they don't want this, so that
Right.
they can skip the order form and be taken to
Mm,
the confirmation page.
okay.
So I would just add, like I just add a button on the bottom underneath the order form
Mm,
that says no thank you or something like that, and then
right.
have that button connect to the confirmation page.
Mhm.
So they have the opportunity to choose.
Okay. So,
So now that you have the product attached to the order form, then
mhm.
it will work. You'll see that you'll actually get charged for it now when you
Okay.
do your test.
Because I think when I looked at the order form, it says dynamic something.
Yes.
So
And it
that would
always
be
will until you
okay.
go through the testing process. So once you
Okay.
test your funnel,
Uh-huh.
when you actually run through and put it in test mode, then that's when you'll see your product.
Okay.
So you have oh yeah, you don't have testing. Okay, so yeah, can you select a domain that you can attach it to? Or you don't have a domain yet pulled in?
No, I do.
Oh,
Hold on. Should. I think
oh, it's
slow.
spinning. I see it spinning. I it
Yeah.
might be just slow.
Mhm. But it
Pull
should
it.
already been connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being super,
Yeah,
super
slow.
slow today.
Okay. Yeah, it's already live right now. So
Okay. Yeah, so if it's live now, then
mhm.
you once you go through the testing process, you'll see the product when you test it.
Okay.
It's always going to say dynamic item
Uh-huh.
because it pulls that information in when it's live.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So I don't have to worry about it. All right.
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, I
Any
think
other
that's
questions?
no, I think that's it.
That's exciting.
Yes. So I'll stop the share.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was a confusion in regards to other people like Karen and John about the timing. I think it was 1 hour.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was just in there. So
Yeah, I
and
posted a couple times in the Facebook group about it, but this happens every year. So this is my
yeah.
second daylight savings time year with sales process. It
Mhm.
takes like 3 weeks for all of us to get coordinated again.
Usually, yeah.
It just takes a long time.
Yeah.
I think we should just get rid of it. But
Yeah. I think another option is for you to move to Malaysia. I think it's easier.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea because I am sick of the snow. I would gladly move to Malaysia if I could just convince my kids.
Mhm.
Yeah. So good to see you, Shamim, and great to hear about the event. I love that.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Langkawi was beautiful. I've been there like 10 years ago, but this time it was just beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, what was your biggest takeaway from the event? Tell me what that was.
Okay. I think it was from Shuling. She mentioned that employees do not scale. And that level just took me to my high ticket because I didn't know how to connect my high ticket to my product. I'm doing the certifications, but my high ticket is putting professional development credits into your programs. And when she said employees don't scale, it fits into my language in regards to transferring employees into entrepreneurs from there.
Yeah.
So that's when once I had that message to market match, that's when okay, everything else just fit into place. The webinar, the memberships, the low ticket, the high ticket, just
Yeah.
just fits into place. It's just right now implementation.
Yeah. As soon as you have the language to describe your message, that
Right.
makes such a big difference, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's awesome. That's so good. Yeah, I saw lots of Instagram stories of her talking on stage and I lots of FOMO. I was wishing I was there for sure. Yep. All right. Well, we zipped through that training so fast tonight. If there's any other questions or anything else I can help you with, let me know.
Oh no, I think that's pretty much it. I'll just get
Okay.
back to my funnel and just rearrange stuff.
All right. Well, you know where to find me if you need some help, and I'll be here again on Thursday.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thanks, Jim. Have a great week.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, we are wrapping things up here. If anybody decides to join us, I will stay on to answer any questions. Otherwise, I can go over the homework one more time here to for our contest. So again, we're going to have two screenshots to be able to enter into the Facebook group contest. Inside of your sites here, we're going to go over to the form builder. And I want to see your pop-up form that you built during office hours here. So here's my pop-up form that I built. But I'm not really looking to, I know you guys can build forms. You guys are experts at that. You don't need, we don't, we don't need to go over that. What I want you to show me is that you found the gem here. You found the little hidden feature for the pop-up forms, the integrate button way over on the right-hand side of the screen. We're going to click on integrate. And here you have your options that you can play around with and really dive into testing which works best for your audience, right? Is this something that you want to set up for a percentage of time that person is going to scroll down the page, right? Is it going to be just for the first show after 20 seconds, that sort of thing? So show me that you know where this is. Take a screenshot of this. And then, of course, the second screenshot that I'd like you to post in the Facebook group is of your actual pop-up form on your website or your funnel. So we'll go here, and I just want you to take a screenshot of your pop-up on your webinar or your website or your funnel. Okay, so we're going to go, and if I go to exit, oh, maybe this, there we go. There's my pop-up. So just take a picture of that, and it will have the background behind it so I can see that you have it on your funnel or on your website. Okay, so those are the two screenshots that I need. Post those in the Facebook group with, of course, the hashtag sales process wins. And that's how our team is able to find your entries every month. And then we make a draw at the end of the month. And we'll have some new prizes to tell you about, but make sure you get your homework done and post it into the Facebook group. Because the prizes have always been the event tickets and then time with Peng Jun or Marcus from the for Facebook advertising. So definitely get your homework in because we're gonna have brand new prizes for you guys. So looking forward to that. And I'm going to be here for the next 15 minutes or so in case anybody wants to jump on and join me and provide any kind of support that you guys need. Have a great week, everyone.